Good Monday. This is Jay Brew, co-chairman of Seafried and Brew. Today we're going to talk about pledging, because if it's true that we're going to have interest rates low here for the next possible 3 years based upon the Fed's pledge, that we need to look at our strategy around pledging for different deposit accounts. When we look at it, you probably have some that require U.S. agencies, for instance. Well, with U.S. agencies, looking where those yields are in here, so close to the low yield on treasuries, the question is that pledging could become more and more expensive in here, especially when you look at it versus other securities. In some states like Pennsylvania, for instance, school districts accept municipal bonds as pledgeable assets. But in other states, there's even treasuries are required for some different deposit accounts in the public and also the business sector in terms around repos, etc. So when we think about that, we need a pledging strategy, especially with the way that low yields are in here. And a lot of times community bankers basically take it for granted that there's plenty of pledgeable assets, but once again you need to look at this based upon what you're paying on those deposits, because I still argue that community banks are paying too much for deposits out there. If you remember many webcasts ago, me saying I think we need to get cost of funds down to about 0.2%, compared to the average right now with community banks being around a 0.8. We need to get that number down in here. So what it's doing is to attract these kind of public deposits, which then require pledging, which then means if you have to go out and purchase low yielding securities like those U.S. Treasuries, U.S. agencies, and now we even want to put in that bucket mortgage-backed securities, that overall the cost that you might be paying for those deposits might be inordinately high. So everybody should review their pledging in here, determine how they're going to move forward as we move through this period of low interest rates. And of course, every week now on the countdown is that we want to bring back up 10/22/12, which is when you need to get your comments letters into your regulators about the capital proposals. And once again, you can access our comment letter on our website under articles. And when you look at that, we're asking for your support in the alternative capital proposals that we make in that. This is Jay Brew, co-chairman of Seafried and Brew. Have a great week.